Hello everybody, and welcome back for another World of Tanks video. An extra video today. Well, why you might ask? Well, because I just had an amazing game and I felt like sharing it. Because today, well, it's my my Christmas holiday. A nice part about being a teacher, I suppose. But yeah, I was playing and just games weren't just not going my way. Everything was failing, the team was crumbling around me, sometimes I played shit too, I mean, let's be honest. And I thought it was time to turn the tables, so I queued up one of my fun tanks, the KV-2, and I went for a roll. So we are currently on Abbey. It's a 53% win chance, so statistically we have the greater chance of winning, but we should definitely still try, you know. I'm going to make my way up to the heavy line. Unfortunately, I can see most of my team is doing the same thing, but I really can't see myself being of much use anywhere else. And a KV-2 on its own really doesn't do well, so I decide to head down this line, at least for now, but not go down it too far with a potential gap in mind. So if the enemy breaks through, I can fall back, and from here I can still relatively easily defend the gap. Or at least so is my idea. Okay, now you can see KV-2 a strong tank, of course, but it's not a very fast tank. So we're going to have to drive after all these other heavies. One of our tanks has already died. Must admit I didn't really see... Oh yeah, it's on the other flank. One of the E25s took him out. Those things never really should have been made. They're just too powerful in my opinion. But yeah, they're in the game now, so there's not really much escaping it. That poor T29 doesn't know what's going to hit him. I'll show with her as well. And I decide to take a left here and see if I can maybe snipe some tanks on the hill here. And here I find out what kind of game this was going to be. Just right here. Snapshot! Never even know I was there. Kaboom! Gone tank. It just makes my day, these kind of things. I'm slowly but steadily reloading my tank. I'm here with this KV-1 driver. Now this snapshot unfortunately was poorly aimed. It flew where I aimed it, so this was completely my own fault, but yeah, this definitely could have been aimed better. Now I'm very conscious that there's artillery in this game, but if I were the artillery player I wouldn't be focusing on the KV-2 here, I would be focusing on the heavy tanks which are rolling around the corner here. Finish off that Type 58. Yes, said that correctly. This is really confusing to me, numbers, which is kind of odd because I'm actually really handy with numbers when it comes to calculating and stuff like this. But in Dutch we actually say it the other way around. We wouldn't say 58, we would say 850, which is kind of odd. But when I'm switching between languages I usually have a bit of trouble with this at first. So if I make mistakes in this, which is quite likely, just remember that this is the case. Anyway, I'm noticing the resistance has crumbled in at our base, pretty much as I had expected, and I decide to fall back to aid the team. There's still a Churchill and SU there, but I don't actually expect them to live for very long. These Japanese heavy tanks really are overpowered. At least some of them are. Personally, think the OI is a bit. That's unlucky, that didn't fly where I wanted it to, but yeah, not really much I can do about it. That FV-201 player is going to continue to be a thorn in my side, so to say. KV-1 has already taken up defensive positions. I can see the FV firing, so I decide to peek over, but he has of course a very nice reload, so I probably shouldn't have done that. Anyway, the trade was worth it. He took 300 damage, I only took 150. He is firing gold for some reason, really not necessary on the KV-2 by the way. Although, that being said, I've quite recently had quite a monster match in my KV-2, which I'll upload later, but this one's for now. Unfortunately he is able to put a shot in here. And that 144 damage, I don't know it yet, but I should, because that's probably the E25. Now I'm going to roll around this corner thinking that I'll probably spot whatever it is that just shot at me. And right about here I figure out that it's the E25. And there we go. Spectacular blind shot there. Luckily the E25 player can actually laugh on it. Now our allies are screaming cap, 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 but we're not actually in that bad of a position. That Oni is showing his side. He should really should know better than to show us his side. It does a lot of damage when I fire at the side of an Oni. I mean 400 damage for a HE shell on such a heavily armored tank, it's really not necessary. Now that was a very easy shot to dodge. It was on its way for this long. Aim, aim, fire. There we go. Another 425 damage. Now here comes the FV, and I decide that OI or that ONI is something that the team can deal with. So I fall back as far as I can for the FV-201 come around the corner. I want to be reloaded. I want to take the first shot in this engagement. I was hoping for a side shot there, but eventually I decided to just go for the shot and hoping that he would then miss his, but unfortunately this was not the case. This does mean that I have to be extra careful here now with this tank. Reloading, 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 firing. If he would have been smart, he would have fired at me. If he would have shot me, I would have been dead, and he would never have lost his engagement. But as it is, I'm quite happy to take more shots at him. Almost reloaded myself, this KV-1 driver, one hell of a player to play with, by the way. So a little bit of a shout out to this guy. Let's see his name here. Maximus 1980. Thank you, it was a joy playing here with you, and that's the end of the replay. Oh, here we are in the post-game stats. As you can see, or you can't actually see it, but this was my ace tanker again in my KV-2. I was able to do a fair bit of damage, got it for my double as well. Well, obviously it was my get back into the groove game, so to say, of the day. As you can see, I did a grand total of 3,400 damage that match. So considering I was only on about 2,600 roughly, when I a little bit higher. Don't really know by memory, but that I saw. That one shot on that E25 also had quite a nice game actually. Must have been pretty much for his entire health, so let's have a bit of a look here. Yeah, 693 damage. That's pretty much all his health, I think. Maybe he took one shot from something else, but all in all I'm quite happy about this. Apparently did some spotting damage on Yoni as well, but this is really minimal. Was able to do a lot of module damage on him as well. A lot of damage in general. 840 damage on the tier 7 Japanese heavy tank. Also got almost 1600 base experience for this match, which is of course very nice to get your double on. Now I fired 11 shots, of which 9 hit. I did a grand total of 3,400 damage, of which almost 1,500 from further away than 300 meters, because the KV-2 is a sniping tank, everybody knows this. Hits received 7, penetrations 5. This is not really the kind of tank that bounces a lot, although miracle bounces can and will happen with this tank for some reason, because why not? It's KV-2, right? I did a bit of spotting damage on the Oni, but all in all I was very happy with this match, and also that crazy blind shot on the E25, it just makes me happy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next one.